Let's go. We're back. 2022. This your boy Earn B from 20 Talk.
Hey, this is Steph the Oracle. How are you? Happy New Year, guys.
This your boy Dirty, a.k.a. Dre. What's going on, guys? Happy New Year.
And I'm back, King Karim for 2022. Let's go.
Oh, I think he bought a Uzi. Say that again.
2022. Let's go.
Yo,
I
think he finally got that Uzi he was telling us about back in 2019, y'all. How's everybody doing? Glad to be back. If you don't know, we've been on a mean hiatus for good reasons, but we're back. Everything is good. Everybody's 100%. So here we go. We're not going to sugarcoat this thing. We're going to talk about the wrap-up of 2021 shows and movies. Steph, the Oracle, what do we have today?
So we're going to be focusing on the Marvel section. So we're going to be talking about everything going back, just focusing on Marvel. From there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about all the other movies, shows, and everything. We're talking about everything from Netflix, on HBO, on Prime, whatever it is. We're going to talk about it. It's because it's so many. We can't keep up. So we have to break this up in several shows for you guys.
Let's go. So that means we're going to have 3 shows. Am I right, guys?
Minimum.
It's going to be a minimum, but it's going to be 3 shows. It's so many shows that came out in 2021. It was terrific for us, you know, if we say so ourselves. So we're going to break it down to 3 episodes. And we're going to start off with...
Which one?
Start off with a movie. A movie that somebody likes here out of 4 people. We're going to start off with The Matrix.
Bullet time.
Let's start off with Dirty. And the reason I'm starting off with... No. The reason we're going to start off with Dirty is because I'm going to see the husband and the wife fight today. It's going to happen.
Not really, because you want to know my synopsis about it?
Here we go.
It's never too difficult for guys. It's never too difficult for them to talk about a show or a movie. But here we go.
My silence speaks volume, right? So
yes.
It could be either good or bad.
Absolutely.
For me, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it was like, okay, we got it.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was a love story.
Oh, it definitely was a love story.
Definitely a love story.
Easily.
Mm-hmm. But I think the moral of the story is how love conquers all.
Okay.
And how powerful love is.
For a movie that's worth over, I think it took, $200 million to make, and that was the most important part of the movie, that, you know, love conquers all. They're not going to see 200 million. But, Steph, it's your time to shine.
What you want to talk about first?
Do whatever
what you want to talk
do.
about first? Okay, so here's the thing. You want to talk about The Matrix as a love story. Okay. Based on the 3 movies prior,
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm. School us.
See, this is the thing.
Uh-oh.
I am a huge fan of The Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
If I know the movie back and forth, front and back, verbatim, I know The Matrix. So when I see these little nuances within the movie, certain things that's just like, oh, do you remember that in part 1? Oh, do you remember that in part 2? He's just like, I don't remember. It's like, because you're not a true fan. So you're not going to enjoy it if you're not a true fan. No, because
I haven't seen those movies in so long.
So
Maybe
what?
If I would have rewatched 1, 2, and 3 before I watched this one, I probably would have remembered all those things.
I remember a lot of these movies easily, truthfully, for the most part. But the Oracle over here is doing her best to say this is why it's great, while we're saying this is why it's not.
I know.
Keep going.
Here we go. So first, when it opens up, right? Don't laugh. Because Keanu is the man, okay?
I love
Keanu's the man. So we want to take a journey of The Matrix, right?
Okay.
We're taking it back all the way to the beginning. It always reverts back to the first one. Why? Everybody keeps saying it's a reboot, then it is a reboot. Take it however it is what it is.
Right.
Now, you have the new graphics that are there. You have the new characters that are there. They're supposed to be representing those that are gone and that are lost.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like even though that those people were new, those roles were meant for them for that movie in particular. Okay? So you're talking about Mr. Smith, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have the new character there. Everybody is unknown to everybody else, right? Everybody's hiding behind new identities. We get that. But a lot of people were not understanding the reasoning behind that. Because now there's a whole long synopsis about, that this person had, behind the scenes and this is this and whatever. I think that's why a lot of people got confused about that.
Okay.
So that's one, right?
Okay.
So a lot of people didn't like it because it was confusing. But it wouldn't be confusing if you were a true fan and understood it from the beginning.
Why was it confusing? It wasn't confusing for me. But why was it confusing?
I think what it was, because it kept on going back and forth and not really understanding the true identity of why things are happening. Why was The Matrix a movie and why was it a game? Right? Because in the movie, it was a game.
Right.
So I think when people were trying to understand why is this a movie in a game, in a movie, in a game, I think they were just trying to understand why is this making up this story like this.
Okay.
That it was like the synapses was coming from nowhere.
Right. Okay.
You can make up a movie from anywhere.
Right.
I mean, we're talking about Endgame. People, 500,000 people die with a snap of a finger.
Right.
Are you really that saying that this is not something that can happen in the Matrix? No. This is what it is.
Okay.
But the little nuances that I thought that I can appreciate is when you see in the beginning, they have a remake of the first scene that opens. You have Trinity that's there. You have the whole scene. It's a different actress. Why? They're replaying it.
Mm-hmm.
You have a module that's in there in the beginning. They're trying to reset everything back to what it was. Having the room where Thomas Anderson was, that was something new. Having Morpheus coming back as a different character. It's just going back to the beginning, yes. But if you enjoy the 3 movies, you're going to understand why. It's a love story, yes. But it was like a dedication to that story between themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for me. I mean, there's so many things that I can't talk about it. And I could go for hours and hours and hours and hours about it, but we don't have that type of time.
Okay. We actually do, but we're going to find a rebuttal for that.
Uh-oh.
Because Hugo Weaving was supposed to be in the movie.
Who?
Hugo Weaving, the guy who played
the original Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith.
Oh, yeah.
But they did show a glimpse of the face, when every time the mirror changed. It would have been good to see him back in his role.
Yeah, I thought that would have been dope.
But he said it seems like in one of the articles I read that the story didn't fit. So he's like, I'm not going to do it.
You made it fit.
Made it fit, but then they also
made it fit.
They were supposed to ask Lawrence Fishburne also.
Right.
But they never asked him to even come back to the movie because in this movie he's dead. He died. He made his part, so he sacrificed himself for the greater good. Right. And he was like the symbol of hope for everybody, besides Keanu.
Right.
So Keanu is like supposed to be like the Jesus of everything. He resurrected.
Right.
Well, that's what they did. That's why I think a lot of people saying that it doesn't work because they resurrected him for no reason. They pay all this money for them to be resurrected. It's like, oh, why they did that? Why couldn't they do that to Morpheus? We can have the story and go back and forth all this time.
Right.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. But the movie was made.
The movie was made.
The movie was made if you really think about it. But before we tap into that about the movie was being made overall and, the cinematography and all of that.
What do you think? I was just about to say, the style of the movie, if you watch the other 3 movies, I was thinking okay, this is a whole new style. And like you mentioned, the cinematography, you kind of want to keep that same, I feel like it should keep the same pace of the original movies. But it was like a whole, they definitely, when they said Resurrections, they definitely changed up the whole style of the film, and the pace of the film also, so, and it's hard to top, and I always said, I don't like when they can't top the original, and that's like my thing right there. If it's not broken, don't fix it. You know what I mean? And I sometimes, and that's how I feel about the Matrix right now. I don't know if they're running out of ideas for movies or what, but some things should, legends should stay legends and don't try to keep bringing it back.
Another thing, he had his long hair, he cut his hair, long hair, so it's like, to me, it was like if John Wick had a nightmare with computers.
There it is.
He's glitching and everything.
That was my problem.
That's exactly what it was.
That was my situation. He's going to be John Wick with the same face, the same style, the same hair. And I was like, dude,
if he has a pencil, he's going to kill him. Yeah.
My man was excommunicado into the internet world.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, look, at the end of the day, if you want to talk about a picture, it was fantastic. That whole movement was awesome.
It was good.
Visually it was stunning. It was stunning.
Absolutely.
It was stunning.
10 out of 10. There was nothing to think about.
Especially on the LGC1 TV, baby.
Right. Oh,
man, when are you going to give that up?
I thought you were talking about a part of the movie just now. But it was fantastic. There was nothing to think about. If I went to the movies to see it, I'd have been like, all right, I'm cool. I ain't too mad, right? But storyline, for me, with the whole, I got trapped in the video game mentally. So what are you telling me? I'm not awake? Oh, wait a minute. Where's the love of my life? I think I know you. Like, I didn't like that at all. I just wasn't with it.
So you think they were trying too hard to find a story to fit?
Absolutely.
Jada Pinkett Smith makeup, I thought it was horrible. You could tell it was makeup. It wasn't like a realistic aged person.
I never even thought about that.
You saw the prosthetics, like all the prosthetic on her face.
And that's that's a $200 million movie. For you to say that sucks. That sucks for the movie.
So now, like when Keanu cut his hair, I'm thinking, is that like a wig cap with him with the fade? So I'm like, because I'm looking at his hairline to see if it blends in. If it's real or not. I'm like, I couldn't tell. I wasn't sure. But then you said that he really did cut his hair.
He did. He really cut his hair. Yeah, he really did cut his hair.
For me, I'm gonna say it again. You walk out of there.
Don't fix it, right?
Yeah, and then when you walk out of there, I'm like, why did it feel so rushed? Like, you know what I mean? Like, some movies, they never, it feels, and hey, I know it's like 20 years since the last one come out, but, and that makes it even more like, hey, let's not rush this. Let's get it right the first time. And sometimes you walk out of a movie and be like, yo, that shit felt kind of rushed to me. Like they rushed to put it together, or whatever the case may be, and I did feel like the movie was like, they worked on the important stuff, like the action sequences and the fighting sequences, and just to keep it going, those things were okay. But like the story seems rushed, and like for a story to pull you in, you don't want to be like, wait a minute, did I miss something here, or or like what did I, how did this come together, So that's how I kind of feel after I watched that movie altogether. Like it felt kind of rushed.
It was a fight.
It was a fight.
It was a fight for me for them to write the movie. And truthfully, the movie, the fighting scenes wasn't awesome. Like, because I expected that. I wanted to not expect something to a degree. The ending with those fight scenes at the end with, the helicopters, that was awesome. Yeah. But in the middle, I was just like, it's expected. Yeah, it's expected. This is expected too. Okay. But I mean, at the end of the day,
predictable. That's what they kept on saying.
It was predictable. But an overall solid movie to go to the theaters. What do you guys think? Should you go to the theaters and see this movie?
If you are a true fan, yes, go.
Okay. If you're a true fan,
yes. Go and see it.
Yeah.
Okay, true fan.
If not, I'm happy with streaming HBO Max on my home TV.
Okay.
On the LG C1.
LG C1 on the TV. He's talking about people.
I watched it at home on my LG C1 on HBO Max, and I said to myself, I'm glad I didn't go to see this.
You lucky I like you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Look.
That's that, I was like, because but I was just telling R&B, and I was telling Dre, and I was telling on Dirty, and I was telling Left the Oracle, like sometimes I feel like you have to go to the movies because, when you're home and you're watching a movie like The Matrix, if you're not locked in, you're going to miss it. You will miss it.
And
you will
miss
it. When you're at home, you're so comfortable at home, and you got your phone, and you don't got to worry about them freaking there's so many distractions when you're home, and you're not locked in. You got to be locked in to watch that movie, though.
It's funny because like there were times where I would just like start being on my phone.
Yeah,
and Steph was like, "You're missing this important part," because she saw it without me. She saw it. She literally, when it came out, she saw it.
I saw it.
Oh,
I wasn't waiting for you. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a dedicated
she didn't
fan.
Wait for me, bro.
I didn't wait for you. Like I usually wait I usually wait to see things together, but I was like, I'm not waiting on you. Sorry, I'm watching this.
So if you saw Keanu, you definitely get an autograph on your own. You're gonna take the chance. After security, I gotta get your autograph.
Absolutely.
So I guess we could call this John Wick 4.
John Wick 4.
You know what? You know what?
So I'm waiting for John Wick 5 for next year.
Oh my God!
Whatever.
Like, but look, all I do know is that John Wick 5. Even though we're not gonna tap into it, that movie's gonna be way better than this.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
basically, this one he's recuperating. He's getting his body right because he's dreaming. He's getting his soul and
you know what, Dirty? Shut up.
His mind healed. So
wait,
that's
this
exactly
is not
what
the Matrix. Oh, this is John Wick. Okay.
Where's my dog? Yeah.
Excommunicado.
Yeah. I can't with y'all.
All right, guys. So with that being said, it's a 1 out of 4 stars.
1 out of 4
for the Matrix overall. With all due respect, because Keanu's still one of my favorite actors and all that good stuff.
Yeah, he's my favorite actor.
Yeah, right? 1 to 10, I'll give it a 5.
Okay. Okay. So out of 10,
it wasn't good. It wasn't bad. Visually, it was great, but I give it right in the middle. Yeah, average, right in the middle.
A solid average. Okay.
Solid average.
Okay.
9. I give it a 9.
Oh my God.
I give it a 9.
I don't know how's that possible.
I'll give it a 9. Yeah.
Okay.
I give it a 9.
5.
Yeah, see? 5. 5.
5. I'll be respectful. I'll give it a 5.4.
Oh my God. What's the 0.4
The long hair.
Whatever.
The beautiful Asian girl. That's why. She's flawless.
And the John Wick
baby girl from Iron Fist. That's why I'm gonna give it a 4. She did it for me. She's flawless. You gotta forgive me. I'm still single. Anyway, we are gonna tap into Marvel now. Oh man, like there's so much to talk about for Marvel. Like where do we begin? So let's start with, you know what? Let's start with a particular order. Steph, what was the first order that came out with Marvel right around 2021?
So
January?
what I have here in July, I have Black Widow.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have Black Widow that came out in July. I have Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings, that came out around September.
Yes.
Okay.
Eternals came out around November as well. Spiderman came out in November as well. I'm not sure about when Venom came out, but I mean, if you want to focus on the movies, so we can do it in that order, chronologically, whatever you guys want to do.
Okay. So let's start with, you know what? Let's go, instead of the beginning, let's go towards the end. So we'll
work our way back?
Right, go backwards. So let's start with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Like, for me, it's easy. Easy. I gave it like a 9 point something, and I'm trying to figure out why I'm giving it only a 9 point something. I'm looking for flaws, and I still don't know what the flaws are, but somebody's going to tell me a flaw here. I already know. But that's me so far. So, Dre, what you think?
I give it a 9. Only 1 for being too long. I feel like it was too long. It was too long.
But it was all good.
It was good, but there had certain moments, yes, I like that. I did like the fact that they brought back, yes, we've seen this before.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, we've seen this before, like in Spider-Man with the Miles Morales story into the universe, into the Spideyverse. So we've seen it. Now they had to adapt that into live action. I wish they would have had Miles Morales come in as another Spider-Man, because in that movie you had the Spider-Pig, you had all these different Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, all this stuff come in. It would have been nice to see all those characters.
But maybe that's something that might be in the works.
It is in the works.
It is in the works.
There you go.
It is in the works.
So now they're thinking about bringing back Emma Stone.
Yeah.
What else? Kristen Dunst.
They can't think about it. They have to.
They have to. Yeah.
She's going to be technically alive because they messed up the multiverse.
Right.
They messed it up. So.
And I did like the fact that they brought back Toby. I kind of got emotional because, yes, we had all this emotional connection.
Absolutely.
Watching Spider-Man growing up and watching Tobey Maguire be the Spider-Man.
My man had the 5 o'clock shadow. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like,
And now that
you're an adult now?
Yeah. And just the fact that you see him now, like, full of wisdom, you can see him age and be more responsible. You can just tell, like, he was like a very, I guess, full of wisdom character now. Right. Andrew Garfield's character.
He got age on his face.
Yeah.
Right. My man got some time on him.
Yeah. He has time on him, as a vigilante, as a hero, And then Andrew Garfield's character, you see him still being remorseful because he lost Gwen.
Right.
He's still going through that emotional pain.
Right.
Even though it's been, I guess, 15-something years since the last Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's been forever.
It's been forever since.
But technically...
No, it can't be that long ago.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's 2000 and... Oh, no, hold on. Not for Garfield.
Not for
2012,
Garfield.
I believe.
Yeah, not for
2012.
Garfield.
Oh, for Toby.
Yeah, for Toby. But for Andrew Garfield's character, his Spider-Man...
It wasn't.
It sucked that they kind of like only did 2. I think they 1 or 2 movies with Andrew Garfield. I think they did 2.
One.
No, it was only one.
Only one.
It was only one.
Now everyone, everything that I've been reading, they want him to reprise the role of Peter Parker.
Well, maybe
again.
he should then. I mean, after this, and maybe it might be a great opportunity for him to do so.
Everyone wants an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man now.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Well, it's simple. What happened was, I believe, if you look at his movie, right, with Garfield, it wasn't what it was supposed to be after Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, because they redid the whole series.
Right.
They redid the whole story.
They tried to reboot it.
Were they trying to redo it, or was he like a multiverse character?
But we don't know.
Oh,
we don't know.
Well, the multiverse was always there in the comic books.
Overall, yeah.
Overall.
But we
don't know if that movie was supposed to be tied into the multiverse.
I don't think so. I think they made it work, just like The Matrix.
Yeah, right. But for them, it didn't work because they never made a sequel.
She just mentioned The Matrix. She just mentioned The Matrix.
You're talking about y'all can't fit a movie story. The story's there. They fixed it. They made it happen. They made it work.
The characters that the Sandman, I felt like he was useless. You know, he shouldn't be there.
He was.
You know, the only two better. You know, Dr. Octavia. You know, like the Octopus. His character was him. You know, like
you needed him.
Yeah, you needed him. It made perfect sense. Of course, he kind of made amends with everybody. They healed him and everything. So now he's trying to help Peter or whatever.
Right.
And then William Dafoe character, amazing. Perfect. Demented, crazy.
Very good Spider-Man. Yes. I love when he did the mind thing and then he found him who turned his split personality changed. That was awesome.
Yeah, but I don't think he changed. I think he was just Green Goblin from the get.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah,
you think he controlled it?
Oh,
yeah. Because in the movies, they open with Green Goblin. The other Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, they made it think that he had split personality.
But I think now from the get, it's from the get. Right. He was Green Goblin. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because in the beginning, when he broke the mask, it's the mask and broke it.
Done.
Right.
You hear the voice in the mask, ha, 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 whatever.
Assuming that, it's
the mask, right. But then you realize it was all in his mind the whole time,
I think it was him the entire time.
No,
for sure.
It was in his mind the whole time, but that's what I'm saying, split personality. Right. He tried to fight it.
But us as the audience, they made it seem like the mask was the one that was calling him and making him do the split personality.
Oh, okay.
Controlling him. But meanwhile, it's himself.
Right. Absolutely. But I mean, that was perfect, man. He killed it. I mean, that was just easy. There was nothing to think about.
You kind of quiet there.
No, like when you mentioned the multiverse, like Jamie Foxx, Electro did say like, "Hey, I forgot." Yeah, he's like, I thought there'd be a black Spider-Man around somewhere. He did mention it, and he did like so. He is making reference to like Miles Morales and. Right. There might be, a Black Spider-Man out there, and there's another sequel
in the multiverse, right?
In the multiverse.
Listen, it's gonna have to be because they got a new episode of. This is off track, but they got the new comic book with Superman. He's he's homosexual. He's gay.
Okay.
In the new comic book, so you gotta be ready.
Who's gay? Superman or Spider-Man?
No, that's not Superman. It's
Superman's son.
Superman's son.
Lord have mercy.
They made him gay in the new comic book.
Yeah, with all due respect to the gays,
you don't make nobody gay, bro.
Yeah,
they drew him gay.
It is. I mean, it was unique. It is what it is. I mean, I don't even know why they wanted to do that. Why it was important, but I guess to the gay community, it was important. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way.
Everything's about inclusivity now.
Right, inclusivity, of course.
Right. That's the only reason it happened. But anyway, Spider-Man to me was one of those movies where we was in a theater, me, my cousin, and my sister-in-law, and we just clapped when we saw Tobey Maguire. We clapped when we saw
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. It was amazing.
Nobody's talking about Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
What?
Well, you know what it is. Tom Holland.
This wasn't his movie.
But he's amazing in his own right now. Like we already know who he is. He's solid. I mean, he's good to go. But to bring those two characters back, like the kids from there are kids who don't know about this. They just don't know.
Right.
They don't know about the old
right.
Yeah.
Some kids probably didn't go see Spider-Man 1, with Tobey. They probably didn't bother.
They weren't even born yet.
Some of them wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, they weren't even born yet.
Some kids were. When I walked out, some kids were like 15 years old, 16 years old.
Who is this?
Right? Who's Tobey? I don't know that guy. I know Tom.
But if you are a true fan, you would go back,
right,
and watch.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
Like our kids loved it. They enjoyed it.
Yeah, they enjoyed it.
Their only input was like it was too long.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they thought it was too long.
They just can't.
Kids are kids, though, right?
Yeah.
No. Like our oldest Adrian, he loves movies, and he'll sit there and watch a 3-4 hour movie.
Oh,
but he was like, "This is too long," and he never seen the other ones, which everyone thought like, "All right, you have to see the previous ones to understand it." Not really.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Really?
I don't know. I feel like you do.
I feel like you do because I had to go back and watch.
The older crowd, yes, he understood.
I didn't watch part 2 of Tom Holland's
The Amazing Spider-Man.
You haven't seen any of the Tom Holland ones. You started watching the first one.
I saw the first one, and I saw half of the second one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen all the other Spider-Mans, but just not the Tom Hollands.
I'm talking about the generation now.
Right.
I feel like you didn't have to because they kind of tell you with Andrew Garfield's character. You tell him that he lost Gwen. You kind of see it.
No. Yeah, if you didn't know how Gwen died, and when he jumped down to save what's the name, you were like, oh, like
Zendaya, yeah,
like when he went down, when he like you didn't like they were like, oh, that's why everybody started clapping because they realized, oh wow, he did save her. You know what I mean?
And that's why he was crying. He was all emotional. I was tearing up.
If you didn't see how he lost the,
how you gonna know?
Yeah, like oh damn, yeah, he definitely ain't saved the day on that one. You know what I mean?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
and you know what suck about that? Like, let's be honest here. Like, it's horrible, but you know when he messed up by not saving her, but she broke her back. She didn't die. It was like, oh, your back is up, you know?
Yeah.
She could have been like, yo, I can't feel a thing. But they said, nah, let's kill her.
Yeah.
It was like, wait, what?
And
she didn't bump her head unless... If she did, I didn't notice. Did y'all notice her break her head open or something?
He snapped her neck.
Yeah.
He snapped her neck.
She snapped her neck?
She hit the bottom.
She hit the bottom.
She hit the bottom?
She hit the bottom.
Yeah.
When he did when he grabbed her with the web.
The web.
We're talking about Amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Garfield.
Yeah, with Andrew Garfield.
When he flew off the building, he grabbed her with the web, and then he tried to pull her back. But at the same time, he grabbed her, but she went...
She already touched the ground.
I did not notice that at all.
They show you. She goes...
Oh,
they show you like a glimpse second that she hit the ground.
So that means she hit her head.
That's it.
Blunt, like a blunt force, right?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, so I mean, like those, like, and I even like asked a few of my friends, and but hey, you know, after I saw it, I'm like, hey, did you watch the other ones? And they were like, no. I'm like, I think you'll get more fulfillment if you had watched the other ones prior to watching this one. You know,
for sure.
Right. It's like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't watch the other ones, why are you here?
Yeah.
You know, honestly, unless it was done like 35 years ago, then I'm like, look, that's a reboot.
All I'm saying, I was pissed with Marissa Tomei's character. I was pissed.
Oh, she had to die.
I was so pissed.
She had to die. Like every Spider-Man loses somebody.
And I was...
Yeah, but this time he lost both in this one.
Yeah. That's the multiverse. Again, the multiverse messed everything up.
Because all the other ones, I'm sorry. I know one of them, she passed away. She died in natural causes. I forgot which Spider-Man it was.
Okay.
That she was already old.
She was older.
She was old, and she aged, and she died. But in all the other ones, she's still alive.
Yeah.
So this is the only one that he lost Uncle Ben, and he lost.
And I was pissed.
And she used the same line that every Uncle Ben does.
Right.
Which is?
With every great power,
comes great responsibility.
And it sucks because she's like a 49-year-old goddess. It was like, did she have to die?
I was pissed.
I know she was probably like, but then I gotta kill me off because we don't have to do that.
Bring it back in the multiverse.
Right.
Yeah, I was pissed about that.
Yeah, I was
not happy about that. I was like,
yeah. But in all, this movie was terrific. Like, I'm gonna go around in the movies.
In the movies, for sure.
Yeah, definitely in the movies for sure.
And at the end, spoiler alert, they have the trailer. Well, it's not even a spoiler now. They have a trailer.
Absolutely.
For Doctor Strange.
Ooh, it was good.
It got kind of out of hand.
Yeah, so now we know. But I think we're getting off topic here, but now Doctor Strange.
It's all Marvel.
Doctor Strange, if you didn't watch the episode of What If, with Doctor Strange episode. And then we were talking about this the last time that it'll be great to have a live action of that episode. And this is exactly what is happening.
I think that's what's happening.
He's going to try to bring back his wife. And that was the whole mission for him in the beginning.
That's interesting.
Of the episode of What If.
I don't think that's what he's going to do in the movie, though.
I think exactly is what we're going to do.
No. Because remember, Doctor Strange in the movie. Oh, you're right. You're talking about the evil Doctor Strange.
Evil Doctor Strange.
You're right. Because the multiverse, yeah.
They kept replaying. He wanted to bring back his wife, and he went mad. Trying to bring him back.
Makes perfect sense.
That would be so good.
The evil Doctor Strange.
Yo, the multiverse is really effed up, yo.
What if?
We need like a flow chart. Like a virtual flow chart.
Right.
And have our little paper can.
You know how they try to
draw all the lines to connect them.
You know how they try to look for the killer, and then they got the rope.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we need. Just connect
the strings.
Yeah, it's like, oh, wait a minute. He went back to Smash.
Evidence board.
I know, my God.
So it's all over the place, and that's what I love about it, because this could go on forever. Like forever. Another 25 more years of this. And I mean, that's probably what they're going to do anyway.
Probably.
You know what I mean? All right, so we're going to talk about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Ooh.
Oh, man. You heard him. Dirty. It's like that?
Oh, it's a good movie, man.
I know the kids loved it. The kids loved it for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, they loved it.
Visually, it was definitely eye opener. I mean,
very pleasing.
Very pleasing.
The visuals.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
On a TV or on the movie theater?
Both, yeah.
Like that. Okay, so we got, matter of fact, yo, King Karim, Dirty, you guys talk about it. What did y'all love about it so much?
Well, me, first of all, like the main actor, you know what I mean? He did commercials, or like...
he was, what would they call... stock photos?
Stock photos. Yeah,
stock photos is when like an agency just takes pictures and use your photo for like camera covers, like
a milk carton or something.
Any advertising.
Yeah.
Anytizing.
I did not know that.
Appliance
so he wasn't even
item.
He wasn't even
like they would be like if you see like the men's hair, like the men's we call like the beard thing, stuff like that. You will see like the image
just
of a
his
person.
Face.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what they call a stock photo. So they take pictures of everybody.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's the stupidest shit I've heard.
That's how he started.
Yeah.
Not acting?
Not acting.
He went out for the role?
No. Well, actually was, I think he did some other movie.
Yeah.
And then he tweeted to Marvel to cast him as Shang-Chi.
Wow.
And sure enough, they did.
Wow.
So he was like the token Asian person in the picture, basically. Like you know, when you go to
they're all Asian in the movie.
Like you know when you go to like
the premiere,
like when you go to orientation and you see like the company picture and you see like the one Spanish guy, the one black guy,
in the presentation,
the one Spanish guy. Yeah, he's like the token Asian person in the diversity picture.
Like, that's the guy. Like, yo, we want him to be the guy who took the COVID, the vaccine test.
So
he can smile and put his sleeve up.
So that's him. That's how they started.
He was representing
the face of the pharmaceutical ads.
Yeah, the face of the. He was like the face of the company. Just when you go for that job and you go through that manual, I'm like, oh, look at how happy these people are. You know what I mean? That was just him, just like taking a picture at the front of the computer.
Wow, that's unbelievable. That's a blessing, yo. Like, God, could you believe that?
Like, how do you land a job like that? Like, just off your look.
Simu Lee. His name is Simu Lee, by the way.
He did good, man. You know, so also Awkwafina. I'm not a fan of hers, but you know, like
who's Awkwafina?
Is it because
Awkwafina
of her voice?
It's her voice.
I know.
His lady.
Yeah, no, that's not his lady.
Is that the sister?
No,
I'm sorry.
That was like their BFF.
The comedian. That's gonna be his lady eventually. Come on.
No, I don't think. I hope not.
Well,
why not?
They don't make a great couple. No.
No, but I think like
friends first.
They were leading towards that.
Nah.
That's what I thought. That's what I felt. I felt like, dude, just kiss her already. Like somewhere.
I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that throughout the show. No way.
She started liking him at the end. Like, you know,
they made it seem like they're gonna have a connection.
Yeah, they have a friend connection.
A what connection?
A friend connection.
And it's crazy.
Friends with benefits?
No.
They're not even. Damn.
No.
You can't even touch the toes.
Nope.
You can't even massage it to nothing.
No.
Oh man.
So this movie, I did like only because I'm a fan of like Western architecture, of like Chinese literature, of Asian culture and stuff like that. Okay. So just to bring all those mythical creatures
and
to
all those
life,
elements together, that was really it was really great.
Really dope.
I like the fact when he's like, yo, they want to go do karaoke, and I was like, oh shit, they were like, a big stereotype, of Asian people that love karaoke.
Yeah, but it was all over.
Wait, that's a thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Yeah,
I've noticed that, but.
Dude, if you ever go to Chinatown, to any Chinatown, any state,
there is karaoke bars everywhere, and let me tell you, they're amazing. We've gone to a couple of them.
You know, so they're either really good or really bad. Like,
one or the other. One or the other.
Good or really, really bad.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just like the stereotype, and they kind of like brought it to life in the movie and made fun about it. Like, you know what I mean? And that's cool when you can make fun about your culture and not offend anybody.
Yeah, not take it too seriously.
Not take it so seriously.
Yeah, but you know what? I think the storyline was phenomenal from the beginning because it shows the difference between his sister and him and having these two different lives and a life of, being poor, I guess, if that's the right choice. And he decided that, him being an assassin at such a young age, he didn't want to do that. Right. But let me tell you, those fight scenes,
awesome.
Sick. I think the best scene between the bus ride and the end of the story, I was like, when he took those rings and that, spoiler alert, if you didn't see it yet, sorry. The 10 rings came and ripped that dragon. I was like, he was done for. I was like, that was a great scene. And I feel so bad for the dad.
Exactly. Though. Even when his mom and the dad were fighting, getting to know each
That
other
was
when he wanted to go to
amazing.
territory.
That was
It
amazing.
reminded me of like old school Chinese kung fu flicks.
Oh, you're talking
the Crouching
about
Tiger,
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Absolutely. You're talking about Hero. You're talking about all these great movies.
I think
Absolutely.
they pay homage to those movies.
Yep.
And like, when you see like, they were like making fun of Marvel movies, like, like hero movies are played out and they're like, they're overrated. And I didn't feel that way when I saw Shang-Chi. Like that bus scene.
No way.
That bus scene was everything.
It was original.
Yeah, I was over here like, what's about that movie that I love? It brought back that feeling like Jackie Chan is back to a degree with those fight scenes. Because I miss Jackie Chan.
I see Jet Li. Jet Li, he was just so quick with that work, with that handwork. Like, whoa.
Yeah. But between them two, I really miss them in the movie world. Like martial arts is like a dying breed in these movies, in overall movies. We haven't seen martial arts heavy in a long time, But Shang-Chi was everything, man.
In terms in the Marvel universe, or just in general?
No, in general.
Really? Because there was a show, not to get off topic, but there was a show, Wu's Assassin, on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh,
but that's what I'm saying, though. It's
not too many of them.
Exactly. It's not huge. Everybody should be like to the point. I'd be like, what happened to martial arts movies, yo? Like, we have to watch them only in Netflix now?
They did try to like reprise Kung Fu with the dude from Ong Bak.
Tony Jaa.
But the movies were not good. But the martial arts... No.
Ong Bak was good.
The scenes were good. But it was consistent with almost the same situation. Like, he's this guy who got to save his country, and his country's going through. It was like, damn, part 8.
Been there, done that, right?
Yeah,
well, that's a little off topic. There is a big Indonesian movie base, and they're on Netflix also.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they had some of the craziest action sequences you could ever see.
Great stuff.
There's one called The Raid. You ever seen The Raid?
The Raid?
The Raid.
Yeah.
The Raid.
Oh, we got to put them on.
Yo, The Raid.
He told me.
Yeah.
No.
So 1 and 2, dope.
Grim told me about it, but I completely forgot.
So he's the guy. He's the guy that played in Mortal Kombat as Sub-Zero.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yup.
He's big. He's big.
He's huge in that community. So it's strange because you would think that Marvel is now highlighting that sort of style, and they brought it to the forefront. And I think that when those characters talked about it, they was like very well known. It was the same thing like Black Panther. They did the same thing for the Black community. The same thing where they're highlighting all these different things and different styles and stuff like that. So it was just like something that was like really, truly amazing to see that, and having Marvel being a part of that for sure. But I do miss like the old school. I used to watch it with my dad, and they used to have like the misreading lips when they were translating. Like you're talking and all of a sudden it's not matching up. I used to love those.
Did I Shaolin Temple?
Yeah,
and disrespect my
Bruce
family?
Lee. I really miss those.
The movie also had a lot of humor to it too.
Yeah, I love the humor.
Was it because of Aquafina?
No, not Aquafina.
Okay.
They had Ben Kingsley as Trevor. And he was supposed to be when they had the Iron Man.
Yeah, the Mandarin.
The Mandarin. He was the face of the corporation. So,
I'm bugging. Yeah.
And then him when he had his imaginary little.
He wasn't imaginary.
He wasn't imaginary. Hilarious.
You know what? Man, that's a whole nother story. But I love this movie because as long as it was great. It was great. Because there's a scene, spoiler alert, when I was like, wait a minute, they're still fighting? Like, what happened? I thought it was over when, the rings came off, his father and everything.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no, it ain't over. And then the dragon comes out. I'm like, what? Yo.
Yeah.
The movie theater was like, it's still more?
Yep.
Nah, this movie was awesome, yo.
Dude, yeah.
They only gave it a 7.5.
I don't get why. Just the fact that...
So you got to look at it like this, they gave it a 7.5, but it made $430 million.
Enough said. They won't get to the bank.
So like, a lot of people went to go see that movie.
We saw it the first day. That movie was dope.
Yeah, it was the kid's birthday.
The kid's birthday.
We went to go see it, and it was like, "Mommy, can we go see it?" And I was like, "All right, let's go." And then we came home in Disney. We saw it again.
When it
got released, we saw it again on the LG. What?
C1, baby.
Got it. Yeah, whatever.
But you know what? This movie was, I ain't gonna lie, it was grossly disrespected. So I'm looking at opening week, 75 million, right? Which is cool. So I'll say 76 million opening week. So gross was 224 million US. Worldwide was 432 million.
Well, yeah,
I thought this movie made $1 billion, honestly. I thought it was.
No. Spider-Man did, bro.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. Spider-Man, I love Spider-Man, but this movie should have easily made $1 billion.
You're right.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And it's like it stopped at $432 million.
But then you have to think about it too. Is like a lot of people are not going to the theater as much, COVID and things like that. So you have to think of it in that sense too. Like you think of it, if this movie came out like 5 years ago, do you think it would have made that money? No, it would have made triple the amount.
It would have made triple, right?
For sure.
So that means Spider-Man, if that type of Spider-Man came out, it would have made $3 billion.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Timing is everything.
Timing is everything, y'all.
Wow.
Absolutely. And the same thing with Avatar when everything came out. When everybody was constantly at the movie theaters. You know, Fandango and Regal and AMC and everybody's popping and, drinks weren't $30 each and, and the tickets weren't $100 each either. Everybody was out there.
It's funny because when I went to the movies, I asked the lady for a drink. Let me get a small. The small was like here. This cup was a small. I said, no, ma'am, a small. She said, that is a small. I'm good. I'm good. You're not going to give me $5. Nah, I'm not even going to drink it all. Come on now.
But a 2,000 calorie small?
Yeah, 2,000 calories. Well, I think that's for the day, right, ma'am? No. You could do better than that, big guy. But anyway, Shang-Chi was awesome. I can't wait for another one. And wow, and Shang-Chi and what was that? Tomato
meter and audience score. They gave it to you.
Jeez,
$430 million. The audience really enjoyed the movie.
Of course,
It was amazing. It was amazing.
The visuals, like just
you have to go to the movie.
The whole mythology of Chinese culture, Asian culture.
Asian culture.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of people, they don't realize it, but
it didn't make $1 billion.
Listen,
for Asian culture.
It made double of what the production was. So,
they made their money.
They made their money back and then more.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, also that I forgot. I don't know if it's that DC director that he was like, he said that, when he said about action movies are done and they're boring now. He was like making references to like
Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Came out Michael Bay style?
He just wants to blow everything up.
Yeah, and basically
explosion.
That's his thing.
So, and then like he said how he blamed like the audience. He's basically said like how it's because of cell phones and kids are on their phones that, that they're losing. They're probably like losing.
No. It's all about the story, man. Yeah. I really think the story captures the audience.
Right. That's true.
If the story is whack, nobody's going to sit there and watch it. It's...
I'm sorry, guys.
I guess predictability too. Like people, like if when a movie gets predictable, they'll lose their audience a little bit.
But this wasn't predictable.
How was
Shang-Chi was not predictable?
Not predictable.
I thought it was, and I was like, okay, I know what's going to happen here. Oh, but they kept fighting, and I was like, oh, it's not over.
Yeah.
Nah, man. And look, you pulled up 91
on a tomato meter,
98 audience, right? Mm-hmm. Look at this for Spider-Man. Don't get me wrong, I love Spider-Man. I know it's going to make $1 billion. It's only 3 points up.
3 points higher.
94%.
So I guess the money don't mean nothing.
Yeah, money don't mean nothing.
What do you mean money don't mean nothing? According to who?
According to the ratings.
You gotta remember.
To the ratings. So they don't have a matchup necessarily.
They don't go to hand.
Got it.
It's always about what do you call it every time when you have a game like playability and stuff like that? How many times are you gonna watch it again after?
Yeah.
Right. Now that's true.
Oh, you're talking about longevity.
Longevity.
Replayability.
Yeah. So like in this case, Shang-Chi is worth rewatching a few times. It's awesome.
Hands down.
Same thing with Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure probably a few people went to see it 2-3 times.
So I saw it twice.
Yeah, in the theaters. So like we only saw it once. I'm good.
Yeah.
Until it comes on Disney.
You see, that's crazy. But Shang-Chi, you saw it twice already.
We saw it once in the theater, and then once it showed up. And now everything is coming 3 months later, at least 2 months.
Real quick.
Onto streaming.
Because you know why? Because they're backed up because of that 1 year.
Yeah,
that 1 year they were a hit.
Yep.
That's just I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I think the Asian community should have been like, nah, we're gonna make this $1 billion. Look, Black Panther.
Yeah, but
Black people said, nah. We're going to make this $1 billion movie. Yeah, but that happened.
I'm going to say the C word.
Uh-oh.
COVID.
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. Y'all thinking another word? Because that's what I was thinking. Hold on. I was like, what he was going to say?
Man, I was about to say, that's a good soundbite.
And I was like, hold up.
No, it's COVID, yeah. I mean, timing is everything. I don't know how Spider-Man pulled off the $1 billion. They must have had them 6 feet apart in the movie theaters, but yeah,
you got to remember nowadays. Before, you used to have more seats in the theater.
Yeah.
Now we have stadium seats, not stadium, like couches.
Yeah.
Which is like 2 per. So now you have a less majority coming in because now you're seating less people to have more comfort in your seat.
And they're charging more money.
Yeah.
Charging an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Dude, the small was the height of the microphone, bro. I said, ma'am, I want a small. This is a small, sir. I was like, lady, stop playing games with me. Stop playing games with me. But it is what it is, man. They made their movie. Their money at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So we can't get mad at that, man. I can't wait to see. Let me ask y'all this, though. What's the next move? Because we know Doctor Strange is coming out, of course, because it's been long overdue, actually. Shang-Chi, when should we see a next movie? What timing will they bring into it now? I think
it has to be at least after Doctor Strange, and it has to be after
the multiverse.
Because what's the multiverse though?
Let's say
because was this story before Thanos or after Thanos?
After Thanos.
Good point.
That's where I'm trying to figure out too. And I was just like, ugh.
No, it's after.
It is after.
After the blip.
After the blip.
Because Eternals, which I know you guys will, when you get a chance to see it, I recommend you just watch it at home. It's
it's coming soon on Disney.
Just watch it at home. I promise you.
It's like that.
Look, spoiler alert, man. Spoiler alert. The guy took from BC to AD to propose to his wife.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that.
That's like 2 years.
Yeah. No,
well, damn.
No, let's say it's more than 2 years in BC to AD time. You know what I mean? But I want to know, if it's after Thanos, right? Like, who else is there to fight out?
Do you think you deserve a 3-part trilogy? That's what you're asking. Okay, so
good question. Wow. Is it a part 3 with everything that's going on?
Well, wasn't there other villains besides Thanos? Isn't there somebody else above Thanos, the guy with the helmet?
Yeah, but bro, they're beyond superior. Yeah. They're like almost gods. Like, for real. Thanos was a warrior. People keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
He was just a skillful warrior where you need everybody to beat him, right? Like, you needed like 18 dudes to get this guy straight. But these others, again, you got to watch the Eternals. You got to watch Eternals just to understand that part. You know what I mean? Because it's post-Thanos.
Yeah. I think I'd like to see a 3-part of Shang-Chi.
Think so?
Yeah, because the action could only get better.
They could do it.
Yeah.
They could do it, and they could fit it in the storyline. Yeah. Absolutely, they could fit it in there.
I just don't want them to mess up in part 2 because part 1 to me was freaking awesome, bro. And I'm like, you can't mess up a part 2 because part 3 is usually where the problem is, right?
Right.
Let's finish it overall, So, man,
are you talking about Matrix again? I swear to God, you're talking bad about Matrix again. We're gonna have a problem.
We're good. So, moving forward, right? Real quick before we move forward, so I gave it like an 8.5, 8.7.
Where you guys get your halves from? Let's just do whole numbers, bro.
Got to. I got. Okay, you know what?
0.4.
To be fair, I'll give it a 9.
A 9?
I felt it was a good 9, a quality 9, because it didn't bore me. It was good. It was that good. You know what I mean? You said Spiderman. You kids said Spiderman was too long, and I was like, but for Shank, I was just over here like, yo, there's still more. But what do you give it?
But this was an hour and a half. Actually, no, 2 hours and 12 minutes.
Yeah, some change. Yeah.
I give it an 8.
You're such a tough scorer.
I know, but
tough critic.
Forever.
Man.
Tough crowd.
Forever.
I think Cisco would slice your throat. Cisco and Ebert.
I think Ebert would be like, nah, you're my guy. You're like me.
I didn't feel the movie was rushed. That I agree. They definitely. I didn't feel like the story was rushed.
Okay.
I didn't feel like the movie was rushed. Action sequences was good.
I'm waiting for the butt.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like the 2 hours and 30 minutes was a little rough. And what else? I don't know. Like, I just feel like you wouldn't some people say like you expect more. I was expecting a little bit more.
A little bit more?
Yeah.
A little bit more. I don't know, man. Like, they gave us a lot. Excuse me. But Oracle, what do you give this movie?
I give it a 9.5. If you don't want the halves, I'll give you the 9.5.
9.5.
I give it a 9.
We have to drive to go see it. Why the 0.5?
Wait, I want the jersey. You want the jersey?
No. What's right here?
Dirty. I'm a little tired of you. I'm a little tired of you. It's 9.5 because number one, the kids and I enjoyed it immensely. They sat through it, and I was willing to sit down and watch it again. If I'm gonna sit down and watch it again, it must have been good. It was great. The movie was freaking amazing.
So you know what? I give it 10 rings. Boom.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
To me, it's 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I love it. I like it.
I don't give 10s out because, there's no such thing as perfect. But
it had everything I wanted. It had fight. It had comedy. It had tragedy.
Okay.
It had a vengeance,
it didn't have love.
And then,
of course it almost did.
What was the love?
The husband and the wife.
Yeah.
No, not Aquafina.
Their friendship is love.
No, ain't none of that.
She said no.
No.
She said, Steph needs a kiss scene. Like, I love you.
No. That ain't gonna work. Sorry.
Oh my God.
That ain't gonna work. No way.
So Steph, what we got next?
Let's talk about Black Widow.
The Black Widow? Or
we could just mention it because we did an episode of Black Widow.
When did we do that? We did that back,
yeah,
right?
We did.
Absolutely. I ain't gonna lie.
All I gotta say, sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
All I gotta say is that I wish she had a 3-part trilogy. I really wish she had a 3-part.
No, seriously.
I wish she didn't die.
I wish she didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they did a post.
It was a post movie.
She's on a run. That was whack.
That's what we mentioned when we recorded this episode. When we did our episode of Black Widow last year.
Right.
We talked about it. Like we talked about the difference. Like why I didn't like it. I felt like it should have been showing us her on missions when she was young.
Yes,
building up to her.
Yeah, but aren't they going to work on the sister though? Aren't they going to continue that story with her? Because the sister, she can have her own series on herself.
No, well, she's about to be part of the other organization now with what's his name?
Hawkeye.
Not Hawkeye. The dude that want to be Captain America. Now he's something else.
Oh, right.
Stars and Stripes. The guy Stars and Stripes.
And Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yep. That's true.
The guy, now he's named Stars and Stripes. Or
no, he's called the agent.
Agent. Yeah.
Right. So she's gonna be under their wing, and I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, because the Avengers killed your sister and all that stuff.
But you know what it is though. At the end of the day, she's not Scarlett Johansson.
That's true.
Nah, but I think
what we gonna do? We're gonna be like, Scarlett, thank you died. Now, Florence, take over.
Moving forward.
Yeah, but I think the sister really did good in the movie.
I think she could carry it. I think she could carry something.
She could carry the next Black Widow easily without thinking about Scarlett?
Absolutely.
At all?
Absolutely.
No way. That disrespectful.
I can see it. You know what I mean? I can see that.
Disrespectful motherfuckers.
No. Think about it. If you're thinking about if you're thinking about the storyline, we already know that Scarlett Johansson, she's passed. She's done. If we need to move forward, I think she can carry it. Absolutely. I think she can carry it.
It's so disrespectful, Steph.
That's not disrespectful.
That's not you.
That's not disrespectful. That's not
disrespectful. I can never.
But she is getting her own show, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Natasha Romanoff forever.
Yeah. She's getting her own show on Disney Plus.
The sister's getting her own show.
I mean, she's going to be dope for her show. For the show, it's going to be dope. But think about, she said for a movie.
No, so wait.
Did you say that? For her to do movies and to be the Black Widow?
No.
Oh, just the show?
No, just to carry the story.
Keep it going. As a show?
Just keep it going.
A movie.
Well, I mean, if it's a movie or a show, whatever it is, she can continue with the franchise.
I can't do it.
I think Ernest is trying to say...
she could do it. It could be it.
No, I think Ernest is trying to say, like, are we going to forget about Scarlett Johansson?
No, we're not replacing her.
You just said we will.
You're going to forget. We're not replacing her. No.
She's dead.
For like 12 years.
No. She's gone.
We're not replacing her. We're just, this is in her legacy.
R.I.P. Natasha.
This is her legacy. That's what to continue in the storyline. We're not going to forget about her. What are you saying?
Your boo just said it's over.
Don't pay no mind to him then.
No, I think Steph is saying, like, she could live on, she could carry the legacy.
The Black Widow character, of course. I think she's gonna do justice.
She's gonna hold it down just like Natasha.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But Ernest feels like she can't hold it down like she can't hold it down like Natasha.
No. Is she gonna prove you wrong, bro?
Yeah, I think she's gonna prove you wrong.
Like Natasha Romanoff.
Right. Yeah. I don't think that she's not gonna replace her. But what I'm saying is, if you need something to continue with that storyline, I think she can do that. On her own, it doesn't need to be called Black Widow, but if you want to continue that storyline,
Ernest said she's not gonna do her justice, like straight up. Yeah, she's not gonna pay homage to her. She's not gonna hold it down like Black Widow.
I don't think so.
I think she might. I mean, I definitely liked it in Hawkeye. I mean, she did a great role. I mean, and her style of acting, her style of talking. I mean, is really, really good. Black Widow, like I said, it was a little rush for me. I was hoping for a 3-part series. I was hoping for more. I was hoping her bodying dudes than bodying dudes. But I
have a feeling she's going to be more fiercer than Scarlett Johansson, Yelena.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay, I can see that.
See, now you talk about she's straight up dead, and then you're like, she can't carry the series. And
I'm saying she can carry the series.
Oh, you're saying that she can't. Okay.
I'm talking about as for us remembering Scarlett Johansson.
Right.
Oh,
she's
okay,
I think we're just everybody's going to be like, bloop. You got more eye candy now. This is the way to go.
Wow. That's messed up, bro.
Eye candy to Scarlett?
No. Now, so if we're moving forward, then we got to talk about Hawkeye. Because if she was in Hawkeye, did you guys see Hawkeye? Because I didn't see it.
No, I bodied it.
Who saw it?
I bodied it, but in fairness, is it fair to talk about it another time? Wait for you guys to like really get a chance to.
Yeah, I think you guys should.
Because you're talking about her.
We're mentioning it,
right.
There's other movies, other shows along the whole Marvel series that we didn't talk about. Hawkeye, What If, WandaVision.
Right.
Well, we started WandaVision, but we never really finished talking about WandaVision.
Okay.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki.
Yeah. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier is like another question. Do you think the new Captain America is going to make you forget about what's the name?
Evans?
Yeah, Chris Evans.
Chris Evans?
Yeah.
And so it's like the same situation with this new...
Because it's a show.
If
it's a movie, am I like, nah, we're never going to forget Chris Evans, ever.
But you're saying...
a show, yeah.
But you're saying... you're saying
Do you think Anthony Mackie can carry the legacy?
Yes.
I think
so. I think so.
Just so it's the same debate.
Same concept,
Same concept.
Right, but he's unique because he's a black Captain America. And they established that being a black Captain America is going to be a unique situation, being a black man in America. They broke that down.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't gonna be easy, but I think down the line we're gonna appreciate it, especially people of color. We're definitely gonna
he's gonna be put in situations where he's gonna be tested.
Absolutely.
Yep.
What do you mean? He was tested now.
Exactly, but they're gonna put him in more situations.
He was tested now
because he's an African American male in the U.S.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have big shoes to fill.
Mm-hmm. Even the other soldier that was hit with the serum.
Bucky, right?
No,
the older black guy.
The older black guy.
The original soldier.
One of the originals, right?
One of the originals.
He was the original. So and they put that story out there like, yo. I'm good off this country.
Right. Yeah.
You had me doing missions, but
I'm like, it's like I'm good.
I'm good off this country. You know what I mean? He's like,
don't you come back to my house?
Yeah, basically.
I was like, damn.
You know what it is? Because back then, during that time, in the 1950s, 60s, where it was,
70s,
America wasn't ready to see.
No, absolutely.
What are you talking about? They still ain't ready.
Stupid, like black superheroes.
Exactly.
War heroes overall.
Yeah.
Tuskegee Airmen.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they did them awful, Yeah.
So I don't know, like it's the same, but it's just a wait and see situation to see who's gonna make us forget.
Who's gonna take the reins? Who's gonna take the reins? Yeah, absolutely.
Is she gonna make us forget about Natasha Romanoff? Is he gonna make us forget about Chris Evans as Captain America?
Who knows?
Yeah.
But Loki is always Loki, and he agreed. Like if they ever, I will play Loki for the rest of my life if I have to.
Did he say that?
Yep, he said that.
He's a liar.
Nah,
I'm gonna call him a liar.
With that Marvel money, you
James Bond movies. Quick sidebar: James Bond movies. I'm just saying, these guys were supposed to play James Bond forever. Pierce Brosnan was supposed to be like, I think I'm 68. I think I'm good.
What about Sean Connery? Sean Connery was like the first one, not in the first one, but he was like the second one.
Yeah, man.
To play James Bond, and there was Pierce Brosnan.
They'll never play the same character for that long. These guys are not Vin Diesel.
That's the whole point.
He's the only one who's gonna do it.
That's the whole point of James Bond. They always do like 3 or 4 movies and that's it. Then they go pick the next one.
Well, Pierce Brosnan, he decided to stop.
Yeah, same thing. This guy.
With Craig. He decided
how many
to stop.
movies did Pierce Brosnan do? He did like 4.
4.
Like 4.
Yeah.
They do like 4 max.
Daniel Craig, I think he did 3.
But then they always, what's the name? The lady was named Q, or never named Q.
Q, right.
She always plays the same character. She's always the same person.
Yeah.
It's just different agents.
Right.
But maybe this will be the time we see a female James Bond, female agent.
But Tom Hiddleston has said, he's never gonna stop playing Loki. They'd be like, yo, we got Loki part 19. Like, I'm in.
Why not?
I don't see it. I mean, they usually stop because they're actors. They need to change. You know what I mean? They needed to get to a part where now I want to play something different. Something
you know what it is?
But
when you see somebody else
he has done different things. That's what I'm saying. So he's that gifted of an actor that he can do Loki and still be playing other roles.
And also, like on the show Loki, they made 4 different Lokis. They made the little alligator Loki. They made the
multiverse.
Right.
So
the original.
Each can have their own show and have their own spin-off.
So he's they made it so that like he doesn't have to continue playing Loki. You know what I mean? Like so that because they got 4 different ones that are gonna have their own I heard the alligator one is going to have his own.
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that too.
What is it going to do?
That's how big it is.
That's how big it is.
That's how big it is.
It's like a 10-minute show or a real quick joint?
I don't know. That's how big it is.
I feel like when it comes to British actors, English actors doing acting and stuff like that, I feel like they're more realistic. They have that authenticity when it comes to acting.
I don't believe that.
I feel like it gives them a good role.
It's just an accent. It's just an accent.
I don't know. And I think it draws you in.
I promise you. I'm going to send you something.
You and me?
I agree.
I'm going to send you something where they actually established that about what's the show called on HBO? Colbert. He basically broke down like, so just because you have an English accent, it's like the show is really more. You're really, really into it.
Exactly.
It's just the fact that they're giving them roles with the English accent over and over and over. Now you're synced in. Let me give you an example. If Superman is a white guy, right? Once you see a black Superman, you're like,
See, okay,
but
Tom,
if I'm a black guy, I don't know.
Tom Holland, isn't he Australian?
I don't know what he is.
Yes.
He's not American. He's
not American.
Oh, I never knew that.
He has
an accent, but not in Spiderman. Yeah. He's a good actor. Okay. But when it comes to like Tom Hiddleston,
Tom who?
Tom Holland. Spiderman. Tom Holland Spiderman, he's Australian.
He has accent.
Oh, he's Australian. Yeah. I didn't know that. I thought he was English.
No, he is English.
But he doesn't have the accent when it comes to acting.
Yeah.
But with Tom Hiddleston, he also has an accent. But he didn't have an accent for King Kong. He had a regular accent for King Kong.
What's a regular accent?
Skull Island.
I know.
An American accent.
American English.
American English.
I guess that's what they say.
Right.
Right. So you still could have an American English regular and an English regular. It still could be a good movie if it's good acting, right?
I agree with Dre. Like, for some reason, when they have that accent, it pulls you into their character.
Exactly. Like Game of Thrones, everything is all British actors. Amazing.
It pulls you into
see how they suck you in?
British accent. Amazing.
They suck you in, bro. They suck you in with the accent.
If you watch any Guy Ritchie movie, all those British gangster movies.
Because he's Guy Ritchie. He's British. He's good.
I'm like,
he's not going to come to America and be like, yo, fam, we going to change our accents. He's staying home.
No, but he's the director. But like all those movies, like the actor, when I see what's the name? Don't change his accent. A
lot of them do. Tom Hardy changes his accent.
Tom Hardy's but he's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He changes his accent.
A lot of these actors are versatile, but I feel like when it comes to an English accent, it just brings out authenticity to the characters. So. I think they do.
I think we just brainwashed.
I guarantee you, Loki wasn't supposed to be in the comic book. I'm pretty sure when you're reading it, you're reading it in an American accent. Not realizing this is a British character playing Loki.
Talking about you reading it in
Thor.
Oh man,
Thor's another one. He's Australian, right?
And guys, I apologize because that's my fault. We got off topic with accents.
Jason Statham when he plays,
he's English.
He's English. I like his characters when he has the English accent.
Yeah. He's rough, but why? He's a really good actor. Yeah. He could do either or. It don't matter. Yeah, I mean, he does what he does, right? Millie Bobby Brown. She's the same way. She's English. You know what I mean?
But she doesn't have an accent. She changes her accent.
She changed her accent. Tom Hardy.
Exactly. But when you see her in a British show or a British movie,
when she was in Sherlock Holmes, it was a really good.
I love that movie, by the way. I don't know about y'all.
It was really good.
Sherlock Holmes with Millie Bobby Brown.
She played the sister.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Elena.
Yeah, right. Alona. AKA Alone backwards.
And what's dude's name?
Man, shut up.
Real quick,
Henry Cavill is another one of the nice, and I love him.
Henry Cavill. What's the black kid though from who changed his accent to English in the Oakland-based show about the drugs? Shoot, I should know this movie. Snowfall. He's English, bro. English.
I think that's the point that these two gentlemen are trying to say, that a lot of British accents or British actors
he's talking about the opposite.
He's talking about the opposite.
They stay there, and I said no. You could change it to English and still be good actors because you're good actors. That's it. It's just an accent.
What pulls you?
I'll slay you, you bloody dragon. So it's like, oh my god, that's the way he said it.
That was a poor attempt of you trying to talk like that. It was not going to work.
Showing out.
It was not going to work.
Okay, but
showing out right now. Your wife is showing out right now.
What pulls you in more?
I forgive you.
What pulls you in more to the character? The accent or no?
English. The character?
Yeah. because that's what we're trying to say. Like,
whatever they give me, whatever it is, it's like, it's a good movie because they're good actors. I can't just say, this is what you're saying. Nah, you should have had a British accent in this movie in LA, fam. Like, you don't have a British accent? It's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Nah, if it was a British accent in Los Angeles, California based show, it would have pulled me in. Like, it would have been perfect. No,
it depends on the movie. Yeah, I mean, but like
now we're stepping into talking about genres. Now is that what we're talking about right now? I'm switching between Irwin and Australian. I'll give it all. I'll mix it up for you.
Yo, this guy right here. He said it depends on an LA-based film. It should be British, British accents. Nah, fam.
Ted Lasso.
But it wasn't based in the U.S. What are you saying? It wasn't based in the U.S.
It wasn't.
Then you didn't watch the show then.
I watched the show, but I was more into the British characters.
Oh my God.
They were fucking hilarious.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Nah, you do it for me, Steph. Say good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Try and go back to 20 talks.
Money said Ted Lasso, the character was so awesome, but you fell in love with the British people? No disrespect to the British, of course. You fell in love with the British people?
They were the boss.
This only happens. Let me explain to you why this is happening.
Hold on. Welcome back, King Karim.
This is what happens. When you are an American and you see a different accent, everything's going to pull you in because it is completely different from how you talk. The dialect pulls you in. The way they speak, the mannerisms, everything about it is so interesting, and that's what pulls you in because it is different from your own. So if you're people sitting in the UK and they're hearing those accents, you think that pulls them in? No, the acting pulls them in because they all have the same accents. So that's the point. That's the point that we're trying to make here.
Yo. Yeah, listen to me, man. We learn something new every day for King Karim.
All I know is like when I watch Lupin, you know what I mean? The character.
What country are they in?
That's French.
Yo, exactly. Authenticity.
Authenticity means a lot.
Whatever.
Yo, we speak English, fam. We're in America, and we have. So you're saying our movies have no authenticity?
I don't know. We're a different breed, bro. We're a different breed.
Yeah. We're a different breed.
All I feel is like, damn. I mean, like, over there, like, it feels more realer for some reason, I guess.
More realer. Okay. Gotcha.
They got the realest going on over there.
Got it.
Man, look, yo. Wow.
And I just feel there's genuinity to the accent. I mean, to the character. Yeah.
I don't know what you talking about right now.
Yo, you went from that to Lupin like it was an English movie. And what I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, if it's wherever it's based at, that's the language you need to use, right? So if it's Scottish, you're going to use the Scottish accent, right?
Not necessarily, but sometimes they use other actors, and sometimes they learn the accent.
Because why? They can't find a lot of Scottish actors who could fill the void.
Of course, they thick with the accent, bro.
I
can't win with these guys.
Listen. One actor that's very versatile, Gary Oldman.
Of course, one of the best.
And he's an English actor.
Okay, what does that mean?
That means he could do it all. He could American accents.
No, he could do it all because he's an amazing actor. Not because he's an actor from the UK. It's because he's amazing.
But there's other times where they did hire American actors to portray English actors, English characters, and it's horrible.
What?
I can't think of anything right now, but I remember.
Because there ain't none.
There is.
I don't remember. I don't remember that at all.
I know it's out there.
But it's based on, because you always remember, right? So Tom Holland, he did the backflip, right? For the scene. That's how he got the role. He said the low part, and he did. There was like.
He did the same thing that Simo did from Shanghai. He tweeted it. That he could do flips and everything. He does parkour.
Right.
So he sent it to them, and they're like, yo, this is our Peter Parker.
Millie. That was it. So that made sense. They went off of image.
Yeah.
They didn't go off of no accent. Because he's British. I mean, you said he's Australian, right? Is he Australian or British?
I think Australian.
Okay. So they didn't go for no accent. It's just like, no, you're the perfect role for this
Actually, he's English. He's an English actor.
He is British. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. So, bro, there's no way.
No, we're not saying.
You said to myself, Game of Thrones, right? Now, the only thing we could go with is the fact that they started off with that accent, with a British type, or could be Scottish, who knows? Could be Irish, who knows? Because they're a little bit from us, our standpoint, it's a little bit,
it's a mixture of everything.
Right. Because Pierce Brosnan people forget he's Irish. He's from Ireland. He's not British. People didn't know that till like years later, actually. You know what I mean?
But again, it doesn't matter because he's a great actor.
Right, but they're saying that it does matter. The British accent.
Because it brings all authenticity and some genuinity.
British with the accent.
No, it doesn't.
Let's go.
If you're a good actor, you're a good actor.
That's what I think.
Yeah. You guys tell us if what we're saying is true or not.
Yeah, we just, like I said, I
agree to some point, some degree.
I'm not saying people are bad actors. I mean, we're not saying American actors are bad actors. Okay. I mean, we're saying when the characters when the British actors play like some of those characters, you feel like like I said, when a character pulls you in, you know what I mean? Like that's like the most important thing. And sometimes I feel like I said, Ted Lasso, all those shows.
I'm not convinced, bro.
I feel like they pull you in.
Nah. I'm good.
He said, so the show is called Ted Lasso, starring an American actor in British. But he said the British people around him pulled him in. Not Ted Lasso, the guy who won Best Actor, Emmy for Best Actor or whatever. It was the people around him who said, this show sold me.
For me, it did. The people sold me.
Oh, that's crazy, son. I thought the situation sold me. He doesn't know nothing about soccer.
Yeah. The storyline
he was just a coach for football.
Is what pulled me in.
Oh, man.
The storyline did it for me.
The storyline too, but like I said,
too.
Yo, this is...
I found some of the characters so fucking funny. Like I couldn't stop laughing.
They were funny.
Football is lame.
That shit,
Spanish?
Spanish.
He wasn't British. So look, we got to wrap it up. Yo, people, I gotta let you know, me and this guy was just arguing. Arguing to this just now. Me and King Krim were arguing literally to this hilariousness, yo. I love him to death, man. So if anybody has a movie, he has over $1 million. If it has British accents in it, send it his way. He'll make it happen. He'll convince everybody in the world that with a British accent, the movie will pop.
No.
It will pop, okay? So look, guys, this show was awesome, by the way. Thank you so much. This is your boy, Earn B.
Hey, this is Steph the Oracle.
This your boy, Dre, a.k.a. Dirty.
And it's your boy, King Karam.
Ooh, before we leave, Steph, where can they find us at?
I'm not sure. It's been such a long time. I don't know.
You can find us everywhere.
I'm kidding. Don't forget to follow, like, and share on Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok at 20Talk20, guys.
Yeah, so next episode, we're going to talk about what we will watch for 2021. We're going to talk about our favorite shows and also our favorite movies from 2021.
Okay. Continuous, somewhat part 2.
Yeah, part 2 of what we talk about today.
Sounds awesome. Peace and love, everybody.
Take care.
Have a good night, guys.